Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hungry Bleak podcast. Yes, we are live today because I wasn't able to record an episode during the week. There you go. That's pretty much that's the gist of it. There's no big reason. Almost couldn't do an episode today because my computer decided to do an up. Well, excuse me, doing a download and install software, and it just kept saying 0%, 0%, 0% for about 15 minutes. So I said, well, okay, I guess my day is just completely done and shot as far as this goes. But luckily, I just did a power cycle, came back up. The minute it came up, it said 17%, and it just kept going. And here we are. There you go. How are you doing today? Are you feeling all right? It's Friday. It's legit Friday. It's legitimately Friday because we're live. Last week, a bit of snafu. Um, when I was scheduling the episode, I scheduled the announcement and I scheduled the actual episode. And the episode went and it it dropped that Wednesday at 4 p.m. And I was like, why is it saying that I'm live right now? And I was looking, I was like, oh, because it's already, but it was only on YouTube. It wasn't on Facebook or Twitch. So if you watch me on YouTube, you got to see me early. Congratulations. Question mark? I don't know. But anyway, I hope you've had a wonderful week. I hope you've had a good day today. Weather's getting nicer. I think it's like 72, 73 today. I'm actually feeling warm, especially with the lights in front of me right now. All of the lights. I shouldn't have done that. I totally apologize. That was horrible. But yeah, so it's starting to get to be that time of year. You, you please carry spare deodorant and possibly wipes, whatever you need to get to make sure you're fresh for the summertime because it's only going to get hotter from here. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so I hope you had a great week. I hope you've had a great day. My week has been hit or miss, mostly miss. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of you, if you really know me, you know, my ears. I always have earrings in my ears. I always love my ears. Having my white gold studs in them. Now there's nothing there. One of my earrings broke. Went to get it replaced today. Under my warranty. I was 1 month over my warranty, but they were gonna maybe possibly be laxed on it. And then turns out that the earrings I like, they no longer have. And they didn't have anything comparable. Everything is very flashy with a stone or pearls. It would have been really interesting for me to show up with pearl earrings, though. That would have been interesting. But it's not my style. I like my simple, like white gold um, studs, like the the balls. I'm happy with that. Simple, understated. But yet still like it's like even in the logo picture when you look at it that mechanical pencil is created, if I can get my finger to go the right way. If you actually look at that picture in close up, you'll see that there are studs in my ears. So I feel very not whole right now, which is very odd. But yeah, I don't feel whole right now. So it's been that type of week. um yeah, it's just been a lot. So the last few episodes have been quite long, especially for my taste. I knew normally like a short episode, give it to you 30 minutes. So we're gonna have a short episode today. You got stuff to do. It's a beautiful day. I want you to go out, get some air, some water, go frolic in the park. This is the international symbol for frolic. And and yeah, do that. But we're going to talk about a couple of things before we get to that, okay? So, not necessarily comic book news, but excuse me, um, just news in general, which is still important. Now, Subsume is going to be having their creative Juneteenth. This is going to be on June 16th, 17th, and 18th. So it's that's a Saturday, excuse me, that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll have all types of speakers and such about it. You'll have different panels, everything too. It's a very beautiful event. Last summer, I was not able to be a part of it. Um, just life happened. But I ended up having a really incredible Juneteenth weekend in Harlem. Got to wake up in Harlem. There's nothing more beautiful than waking up in Harlem or in Paradise, or waking up in Paradise in Harlem. They're both very, very wonderful. So I got to do that after the literary festival, which will be happening again that same weekend, the literary festival, which will be awesome. I believe I will be doing an event for Subsume that Friday. Not sure exactly what yet, but I will be keeping you in touch, as long with the man in the hat, the man with the crown himself, Dedrin Sneed, who, thank you to Subsume Studios for allowing myself, Joy Infinity, and Jabba Chan to have the keys and run amok on Monday nights doing To Be Announced, which is our weekly geek update series where we tell you about stories from the week prior, uh, and it crosses uh, across all of the geek culture. We're talking comics, we're talking movies, we're talking games, we're talking TV series, we're talking events, we're talking anything like that. That's in that spectrum. We'll be having one this Monday. We'll be talking about a few things, so it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, there's always something going on with Subsume. Definitely, like if you don't know about Subsume, you should be checking it out, because it's one of those companies where it's there and it's just going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's definitely one to look out for. Okay, I wouldn't lie to you. Definitely would not lie to you. And Subsume is one of those companies that is going to be crossing across media, crossing across different platforms. Comics, yes, but also going to be dipping into gaming and all matters of technology. You know what I mean? So I'm very I'm very happy to be a part of it. So I'm very lucky on that note. So yes, we'll go through that as well. I'm going to give you one comic book review, if that is okay, people. It's a comic that I just happened to be on Comixology, and I saw it at first. And I was like, oh, all right, this looks kind of cool. Again, it was an impulse buy, and you all know by now that my impulse buys, when it comes to comics, my impulse buys are usually really just, whatever. So this comic really hit me, and I was like, damn, this is really, really good. And it's a comic by the name of Catfish. Excuse me, Catfight. I don't know why I'm thinking about Catfish, because I'm hungry and it's summertime. So this is a comic called Catfight, and this is from IDW Publishing. I'm going to show you it here. This is from writer Andrew Wheeler. We've got art by Elias Kariazis. I probably butchered your name and I apologize. Kariazis. Again, I hope I didn't butcher your name. Your work is awesome though, but I apologize. Inks by Gust. We got Dennis Yatras and also Hassan Asaman Elahau. Elahau. Oh, I totally apologize, but just to say, all of your work in this book is incredible. So basically, we're following this cat burglar by the name of Felix, and we're catching him on his on one of his latest jewelry heists. He's a black cat burglar, which we don't see a lot of. We don't see a lot of black cat burglars. We see like heists and stuff like that as far as comic books. Like one of my favorite ones is Thief of Thieves. Incredible book. I have to actually finish that one. I'll discuss that later. But yeah, and it comes out that one of the people that he deals with, a broker, is his ex-girlfriend, Tabitha. And then you find out that he's actually the grandson of one of the greatest cat burglars ever, a black female cat burglar. And she had this crew that she had put together, this crime syndicate of thieves where they were robbed from the rich and people that were too greedy, that wanted it all. But they never stole from anyone to do harm to that person, only to the people who were greedy and corrupt. Of course, they took a little for themselves. Obviously, they're thieves. That's what a thief's going to do. And the two of them have a very oil and water type of relationship. She caught him stealing once before he knew that she was a cat burglar. He just finds out when they're reunited when one of her confidants grabs her and brings him to her. Then you find out that she kicked him out for stealing, not because he was stealing her, but because she caught him, which I think is actually quite funny. Um, and then as they go through the story and the history, and he's never wanted to be with her or talking to her or anything like that. Now that they're in the same room, they're talking, and she's telling him about this syndicate that she put together, this crew, and he's like, I still don't care, don't want to be a part of it. Meanwhile, there's someone who's been contacting Felix this whole time named Schrodinger. Schrodinger. I don't know why I said that way. I don't think I've ever said the name Schrodinger out loud. Maybe that's why. My lips need to get used to it. With these big lips, these Macumba love lips. You got to get used to it. These are some soup coolers for you. We'll be real. And they've bought up a debt that Felix owed to someone, to one of the families. So he's been stealing more and more lately to try and pay that debt, but also still be in the life. Excuse me. Still be in the life that he's accustomed to living. Apologize, folks. I've been up since 2 a.m. You know how I do with these early mornings for work. It's ridiculous. So you go from there, and it ends up that Felix is told that he's going to be framed for murder. And that's where we go off from this episode. Felix is now on the run after being framed for murder and trying to figure out who Schrodinger is, why he's being framed for murder, what is it, and also running from different people after him. I enjoyed the hell out of this comic. Again, I love a good heist. I kind of love a cat and mouse story, and also like cat burglars and jewel thieves. I think this was awesome. This was great. Absolutely loved it. The team on this book is incredible. I love it. This is the second one from IDW that I've been praising so highly in the last 3 weeks. The other one was Earth Divers, which I'm catching up on. I didn't realize it had been out for so long. But yeah, that one is great too. Jeez, so good. But this is great because, again, we have a cat burglar, we have espionage, we have action, we have that heist type of humor, that witty repartee, and this story of who is behind everything that's going on, and will we find out before Felix was die? Excuse me, folks. Like I said, too long in these days, for real. But I enjoy this one. So if you have the chance, it's only issue 1. The series just started. So Catfight from IDW. It's an IDW original. Go get it. Even like the chair in the back, like that is a very, if you black and you are like my age, that chair. That chair was in your house. You had wicker stuff in your house. Like I remember having the wicker paper plate protectors where you had to tuck it in to make sure that you got it on there. And you knew, I remember the one I had in particular, it had, because I was a kid and I was hungry and I would put ketchup on everything. It had ketchup on like kind of around it. Like even when you tried to wash it, you couldn't really get it washed because it's wood. So you have to tuck the plates in and you had like ketchup on the side and everything. That was just, and I know it's not just me. I'm 45, almost, I'll be 46 in 6 months? Yeah, about 6 months. So yeah, you had the chair. Just the look of the cover alone is just cool and dope to me. So that was one of the reasons why I was like, oh, let me check this out. Again, some of the best comics I read are impulse buys. And this was an impulse buy, but it was, again, one of the best. I love these impulse comics that I should have been looking at the whole time, but I didn't because I didn't know any better. I didn't. Okay, folks, so summertime's going to be coming up, right? Right? We all can agree that summer is coming up, or it's unofficially here after Memorial Day weekend. So what I've decided to do, because I will be taking a break from the Hungry Bleak podcast, changing a few things. The name will change a little bit too. Not a major change, but just enough of a change because I want to focus on something more with the show. But one of the things that I want to do this summer is I want to do my reading list. Excuse me, folks. Now, as a kid, you did reading lists for school. I never did because the books they wanted me to read, I never cared for. Never. So, what I have decided to do, because I'm one of those geeks who, when they go into a comic book shop, will buy up stuff. When there's stuff on sale on Comixology, I will buy up stuff. I have so many comics on my tablet and actual physical read pile. That pile of shame. That I have to go through them and read them. It's weird. I shouldn't say it's not weird. It's a very common thing, and I've found out it's a very common thing. Thank you to Facebook, is all of us do it. But what I've decided to do is not just comics, but also novels. I buy novels because I want to start reading novels. So what I've done is I have a list of things that I would like to read. I'm going to go month to month throughout the summer. I have June, July, August. By August, I would like to have most of these things read. Hopefully I will be able to. Life will give me some time where I can. Thank you. Again, because I won't be doing this right now. I will still be doing fandom. Fandom. Not yet, but soon. I will be doing to be announced for Subsume Studios. I think I still will be doing once a month the Off the Shelf series where I interview comic book owners about their stores once a month. So I think I'll still be doing that. But I won't be doing a week-to-week show as far as the Hungry Bleak podcast until September. It's just summertime. I just want to focus on a few other things and just try to live and actually enjoy the time. There's a lot of stuff out there that I would like to do. So before I get in, excuse me, to some of the reads I would like to show you, I want to tell you, there's a lot of podcasts out there. I don't listen to very many of them. I listen to maybe 3, 4, from maybe 5. But one of the ones that I absolutely loved, and I'm excited for season 2, is a podcast series called, or an audio drama, I should say, is Afflicted from Ransom Media. It was just so great and so much fun. If you love True Blood and The Conjuring, you'll love this. So folks, I'll be right back right after a word from Ransom Media.
Whether it was witchery, some modern science, or a demon let loose from hell, I am unable to decide. Williams Bell, from an authenticated history of the Bell Witch.
Who's there?
From 1817 to 1821, an entity calling itself Kate tormented the Bell family of West Tennessee. There is still no widely accepted explanation for this haunting. Coming summer 2024, on the new hit audio drama Afflicted, the Bell Witch returns to haunt a family in 1960s Tennessee, but only if we raise enough money to pay our cast and crew a living wage. Help bring this haunting to life and snag exclusive rewards like limited edition supporter t-shirts, producer credits, and more at afflictedaudio.com/support. But do it quickly. Some perks are limited only to early supporters.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm in totally. Thank you very much to Ransom Media, Tanya Ransom especially, for allowing me to run that trailer, because it's just really cool, really fun. And I'll be doing that until the end of the season, because I really do believe in it, appreciate it, and they're awesome. The cast is incredible. When I had Tanya speaking on the show maybe a few weeks ago, she was saying that it's going to be kind of like an American Horror Story, where it'll be the central thing about the series will be the book, and it'll show it in different time periods. And she's going to try to bring back, the voice actors, the voiceover actors who were doing the show, who were phenomenal. They did such a great job, and it was just, yeah, which is awesome. I loved it. So, and they give you little Easter eggs throughout the first season of where they can go with this. There's even one episode where it's almost like a flashback, and you hear like a lot of things from 19. It's around the time of JFK's assassination, I want to say. So even going from there and little bits and pieces everywhere, I absolutely love it. So if you have a chance, please go and listen to the first season of Afflicted. Like I said, within 2 episodes, you're going to be in. And always in the episode description, I have put the link for Afflicted season 2 fundraiser, because it's only right. They've done a phenomenal job, and it's better than some live action TV. I'm going to be real with you. Actually, most of it is better than most like live action video, like visual series that you see. It's better than a lot of them, truthfully. And it's a lot of hard work. You think it's an audio reading, so it's easier. It's not, especially when people are all over the country, all over the globe, and directing them and putting all the voiceover together and all. It's a lot of work, and did a phenomenal, incredible job with it, and I absolutely loved it. I'm for it. I'd say it's one of the best things. And Tanya is just such an incredibly uh, fun person to have on, and to hear her speak of the series and all the people involved, from the cast to everyone, to everyone behind the scenes. Awesome. I loved it. So yeah, please go and check out Afflicted wherever podcasts are available. And then, like I said, in the episode description, I have the link for you to go click on. You can check it out. You'll see the t-shirts, the mugs. I think there's tank tops. I think there's a hat as well. And you can also check out Nightlife, which is the other podcast, which is readings, like excerpts from books, horror books as well, by different authors even too. Awesome stuff. Great. So yes, definitely check that out. So my summer reading list, like I was saying. Okay, so as you look behind me, let me scroll down a bit. You will see this is just a bit of what I want to try and read. Now, my read list is this. These are books that I have started but not finished, because I felt like every 5 minutes there was something new coming out, and my brain was scattered at one point. And with everything that's happened in my life within the last 13 months, I want to focus on this, and this. So you can see like The Age of Ra. So short, thick little novel, kind of like me. I have Green Lantern Legacy, which is awesome. There's a second one as well of it. Sin Eaters by Kai Weeks. It's awesome. I have all 3 books. I need to finish that series. That's what I want to do. Like I said, these are things I've started but not been able to finish. A Blade So Black. There are 2 other books in this series. I only have the one. I bought it during the pandemic. I mean, we're still in a pandemic, kind of, sort of. I don't know. I still don't trust people sometimes, I'll be honest with you, because I've seen some of y'all in the bathroom, and you don't wash your hands. Coming out the stall and washing your hands, you just go up to the mirror, you go, and then you bounce out. You act like you about to wash your hands, but you don't dip them in no water. I see you. Your kids tell on you too. Kids are funny. Like, you'll go in the bathroom with your child, and and they'll be done in the bathroom, and I'll go, Mom, Dad, you didn't wash your hands. No, they did not. Keep telling on your parents. Keep snitching on them. They nasty. They live in foul. Don't live foul like your parents do. I don't know why I'm doing this with my finger, but you're going to find out. Anyway, Kamikaze. I have read the first volume about 3 times, and I started the second volume 3 times, just haven't finished it. There are 3 books. There are the first 2, then there's a third, which is like an anthology. That's part of it. Nubia. I'm halfway through it. I forgot what happens, so I'm going to start all the way from the beginning, because why not? Same thing with Trail of Lightning. There are two more books, but there's a couple other books by Rebecca Rodenhorst that I want, and I almost bought it. I said, no, you got to finish those other books first. If you want your ice cream, you got to finish your lima beans. Funny thing is, as an adult, I like lima beans now. I don't know what happens when you get older. You start liking stuff you never liked. Like I love Brussels sprouts. Doesn't make any sense. So yes, this is one I've taken this to New York and I've sat and read. I even read I think the first two pages to a friend of mine over the phone. And they're like, "Oh, that sounds real good." I was like, "Yeah, it's really good. It's awesome." So I have to finish that. This is, I think, the newest book that I've bought. Order of the Seers, Cerise Rennie Murphy. Friend of the show, awesome person. Um, you know, uh, this Wolf Quinn, this she kept talking about this series, so I said I have to check this one out. This one seems to be the one that's her baby, like her fur, like that, like that child. Like you love all your kids, but there's that one that you go, that's the one right there. That's how she talks about this. That's how she talks about Order of the Seers. So I was like, okay, bet I have to really check this out. So I bought that. So that's my newest one. This one I had been looking for during the pandemic. I looked for it for about a year and a half and could not find it. Then one day I went to Barnes and Nobles. There's one near me. I'd been there numerous times, couldn't find it. All of a sudden it was there. I said, okay, bet I'm going to grab it. Black Leopard, Red Wolf. This might be the thickest of all the thicky thicks that I have. That's a thick mamma jamma. And then I had this again, another one. I read, I think about two issues in, didn't finish it, but then incredible artist, friend of the show, fellow guardian in Destiny 2, Shanae Williams. She's like, "Oh, have you read Invisible Kingdom?" I was like, "No, but I have the trade." So this is another one. Now, folks, that's just some of the physical stuff. You don't even want to see the digital. The digital is horrible. Uh, Look, there was a time when I would go into a comic book shop and I'd leave with nothing because there was nothing there that I wanted to read. And this is no insult to comic book fans, but a lot of them just want to read that same stuff over and over again. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, yeah, Avengers, and all those are things that I've read and that I can enjoy. Sometimes I need something deeper. I need something stronger. I need something with some melanin. I'm gonna be real with you. So a lot of times I'd leave. Then when indie started really making more and more and more, and people their stuff started coming out, you could see everyone creating and doing works in progress. But then stuff started coming out, and I was seeing stuff, and I was like, "Yo, this is wild." I mean, I can go from, my God, Almighty Street Team, Midnight Tiger, Ice Witch. Oh, God, I love Ice Witch. Um, Malice in Ovenland. Um, I just to name a few, and there are so many more. Excuse me. Galto. Thank you, Robert. We really do miss you. Uh, and the floodgates just kind of opened at that point, and it wasn't just Image and Dark Horse, what have you, but you found other companies, by indie creators, and people of color, people of melanin, women, and non-binary, gender fluid folks, people who were marginalized so much that you couldn't find their books, or you just weren't seeing those characters in those mainstream books in the big two or big three, even if you want to say it, you weren't finding them. And like I said, when I read a comic, I love reading comics with characters that I identify differently than, because I want to see my character win, obviously, but I want to see those other characters thrive. I want to see, uh, black, uh, gay, or bi characters uh, find love or um, defeat the whatever big bad it is, or just overcome something. You want to read that. So I started going more that route and looking for books. And like I said, the floodgates open. Now the floodgates don't even exist. The floodgates just off the hinges. Everything just come out. So yeah, so it's a lot of that. So that's where I am as far as reading and everything. There's so much out there. There's so much to take in. as you can tell from the plethora of books. And like I said, this is these books. Like I said, this is a mix of comics and novels. This is mostly novels. Most of my comics, a lot of them I have in print, but I also have them digital, where it's just easier in digital because I can just go around my tablet, go into my library, and go from there. But a lot of the things I've bought in print, because I want to support comic book shops, obviously. I end up getting in digital also when they're on sale, especially during the summertime and Black Friday and near Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con. When those happen, there's usually big sales on Comixology, which is where I get most of my comics. I do have some though through an indie, which is on peepgamecomics.com, which is a digital distributor of black indie comics, which I love. I have a T-shirt from it. I have to find that T-shirt. I haven't worn it in a while, but I have to find it. Actually, I think I want to. I think I want to wear that T-shirt to Across the Spider-Verse when I have a moment to go to it. But that's my plan for the summer, is doing that. So summertime is going to be chill, but I still want to be doing things, but just not as on a strict schedule, I guess to say. Even though I will still have a strict schedule because it's me, and that's how I get down. I do. But yes, I have my read list here. It's extremely stacked, and it's stacked, thick, and a phenomenal read. Just how I prefer my partners. Um, there you go. So on that note, my read pile. Um, look, there's a lot going on, folks. But I just wanted to come on here and I just want to kind of have a little impromptu episode live, do it, and tell you I appreciate each and every one of my pancake heads. You are awesome people. And some days it just, like this week has not been it. But then when I read your comments and I see that you've watched and you enjoyed or you laughed or what have you, it really does help me feel better. It truly does, because I found my passion late and I'm trying to make something of it now. And some days I'm like, why am I even doing this? Why am I trying? And when I'm at that low point, someone will randomly come up out of nowhere and be like, yo, man, really enjoyed that episode you did about blah, blah, blah. Talking about that comic. I didn't even know about that. It was great. You had a great conversation with this person, that person. It was awesome. And I really enjoyed it. Helped me pass the time with whatever. Keep doing you. And I'm always amazed and taken aback by that. And it helps. It really does. It makes me feel better. Because support me loudly. Say it loud. Say, yes, you just saw me shake because the laptop shook because I put my hand on the table with force and aggression. Yeah, support me loudly. Share, like, do all those things that you see everybody on social media. Like, subscribe, share, all that. Get your notifications. Let me know, what I can do that you might like more with the show. I know most of my viewership, most of my listeners, women. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've already spoken about this on another episode. You can go back and watch that one. Thank you. I know that most of my pancake heads are women. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. I know most of them are also black women. Black women, y'all know I love you. And I always appreciate you. Always and dearly. Always been my biggest supporters, no matter what in life. Always been my biggest supporters. And that love will never stop, truly. But yeah, look, folks, that was a good show, right? Short, nice. It's like 35 minutes. There you go. That's like making a cup of coffee, right? No, it's not. All right. I don't drink coffee like this is iced coffee that I bought with it's made with almond milk, but I end up using almond creamer in it anyway, so it doesn't matter because I try not to do too much dairy. But yeah, that's the show. This has been a very kind of bouncing back and forth episode, right? Kind of like you'd think this was filler. If this was an anime, you would think it was filler, right? Right? No. there's always some type of Easter egg in every episode. Like this episode, the Easter egg. Well, I said a couple of things that were actually Easter eggs. If the people who watch this and listen, they'll know. But also, this shirt is purple. Kind of hard to tell in the camera, I think. Well, from what I'm looking at, but it's purple heather, purple for to represent for all my bisexual people out there. I try not to be. I'm not. I don't think of myself as an ally. I think of myself as a friend. I'm here for you because it's June 2nd. Happy Pride Month. This is one of the most beautiful times of year in New York, and I will be in New York a little later this month. Pride is one of the most beautiful times in New York. It truly is, and yeah. So I gotta support y'all because I love I love a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all are friends. A lot of y'all are family. How am I gonna sit here and be like, nah? Even if you weren't friends or family, I still love y'all because y'all just trying to live. People are mad about y'all just trying to live and just exist. People are mad that y'all breathe. Like you be sitting on a tree and someone go, oh, it's such a wild thing. But it's Pride Month. You are important. You matter. Your love matters. Your heart matters. And I appreciate you. So thank you. Thank you, Marsha. You're a great inspiration to a lot of people on both sides of the fence, or multiple fences, because there are a lot of I should say the other side of the fence because there are so many different. It's a spectrum. On as far as me being hetero, you were an inspiration to me, strength and heart. So thank you. All right, folks. On that note, I'm going to bid you a fair adieu. I have to rest a little bit because later I'm trying to have a recording. Just trying to do as many things as possible when I can do them. That's it. So have a very good day. Enjoy the rest of it. Remember, drink water, take your medicine, whether it's for a physical or mental or emotional ailment. I want you to be the best you that you can be, okay? I know I didn't do a bonus check Friday, but you all know. Well, part of it, well, actually, kind of it was the reading. I got a lot of reading to do. I want y'all to be good, all right? If you can't be good, then be good at not being good. It actually didn't make any sense, I'm going to be honest with you. All right, y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, weekend, time, whenever you're choosing to listen to this, watch it. And remember, do the best you can with what you got, because in the end, that's all that you get, folks. I'll see y'all later, okay? Peace. Shoulder shake.